Moo 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 moo.
Yes, the rumors are true. Jones, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who survived 6 episodes of the last series and got kidnapped, never to be seen again, has made his triumphant return. Captured and found by the Mecha monks, Jones escaped the pollution party, injured and malnourished, and he has been found. Welcome back, Jones. This time we'll fully explore your story, and welcome to Mechanoid Mastery, the #1 Mechanoid series on YouTube. So here we are, back at it again. We have got 5 starting colonists this time round. We start with Jones, obviously, a double passion in plants, double passion in crafting with 15, double passion medical 17, double passion intellectual 15. He is going to be a very powerful colonist, but look, he's incapable of violence. Interesting. And we start with Robbie, the leader of the monks. Robbie came to us when I was creating this story, completely pre-generated to be a monkey child who with dwarfism, which I thought was just really just too good to be true. All I did was change his hairstyle around, but this is literally how I found him. It's fantastic, I think. He's got a double passion in mining at 19, double passion in crafting at 9 as well. He's kind of like just okay. Also incapable of violence. There's a theme here, can you tell? We have Gerald Geraldson next, a 11 double passionate in cooking, level 11 double passionate in plants, and level 13 double passionate in animals as well. Then Jean Enos, genius, slight play on words there. 17 double passion in intellectual and a 15 double passion in medical. He's just basically the helper around. And Boba Jean, we've got 13 double passion in cooking, 12 double passion in crafting, and he's just kind of okay at everything. And those are our colonists. Now, as you notice, they are all totally incapable of violence. So if we take a look at our ideology, we are the Mecha monks. We are a crafting culture with mechanoid supremacy and isolationist. We're going to go fully into mechanoids, fully into automation, and fully into everything that involves. So as I just scroll through the ideology so far, you can just kind of basically see we are the isolationists. They're all very basic, nothing has changed. Ignore the fact that one of our ideology's rituals is an orgy, and I've called it monking around. You know, that's just how it is. You know, these monks like to play. We are a very progressive monk society. They've come in and found the vanometric generator and all these mech things here. They don't know how to use it, and they're hoping that Jones will be able to teach them the ways of the mechanoids. So we have some goals of this series to which I will then find it to be completed this time around. So the #1 is to defeat all the mechanoid bosses, the Diabolus, etc, etc. We're going to defeat all of those by any means necessary. I want to be able to create a successful business as well to help weary travelers on their way. I feel like it's very monkish, which I think is a word, to help travelers, help them on their way. We'll probably make like a hotel or something and like take their money and create an economy around that. And I'd like to also be able to help Jones escape. Jones has been through the wars, he's been through it all. I want to get Jones off this planet any means necessary, whether he surpasses physical realms and goes to the Glitternet, which we are using this time round, or just leaves. That I'm happy either way. And I'd like to also opt, as just a kind of a side objective, become fully autonomous, so all my lovely progressive monks can just have an automated lifestyle and just do their own thing. So if you enjoy any of this series and are excited to see what stories can come of it, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things, and let's start by first of all making a panic room. If I told you that I've already attempted this recording session 3-4 times now, the #1 thing that we need very quickly is a panic room. Otherwise everyone will die. There's nothing more important than a panic room off the start here, because we can't fight back. We just don't have the means. And until we can research all the mech stuff, we can't have mechanoids either. So I also need to very quickly get up a research bench, so I can then research ourselves electricity. Once we get electricity, everything becomes so much easier. And a great example of what we're also using this time around is the seeds mod. It's going to be a mixed bag with this one. We don't have any food particularly. I did mess around with the settings in a previous attempt at this playthrough, and it kind of broke my game, and this is the first time we've actually had a working playthrough. So we're going to see what happens, basically. We're going to see what happens. And as a side note as well, all of our colonists have mech links. When I said we're going to fully go into mechanoids, we are going to fully go into it. Robbie, Bobba, Gerald, and Jean. Jones does not have a mech link. Interestingly, he never did in the previous series, but we do have a ancient Exostrider mech skeleton down here, so we can just destroy that, get that, and get the mech link from that. We won't be able to do that for a while. We need to prepare for that. And in terms of animals this time round, we're going to try go for like the rule of 2. We're only going to have 2 of each animal that makes sense for monks. Like, I'm not going to get my monks and get them to recruit a bunch of velociraptors. I feel like it's not appropriate for monks to have velociraptors. I don't know what it is. I just don't think it's right. So like, for example, we'll have like 2 muffalos, for example. 2 muffalos and maybe like 2 chickens, a few ducks. That sort of thing. We're not going to go massively into animals this time round. And our colonists can gain expertise as we get them. So Gene Enos can get a expertise in intellectual. So what we'll do for him is put him, intellectual or medical. Let's go for medical, and we'll give him for medical 10 quality, medical 10 speed, or surgery success chance. I think this time round we'll go for medical 10 quality, I think. And then we have Robbie, who can go into mining, and I think we are definitely going to give him a mining one. And we'll go for prospectors so we get better yield. And Jones, who can also get an expertise in crafting, medical, in intellectual. We're not going to do medical, already got that. Tailoring and weaponsmithing, we're not going to be so relevant this time around. Fabricating from components could be helpful with all the mechanoids we're going to be making. Synthesizing for drug synthesis speed. I mean, we could create monks that make lots of drugs as an economy, which could be quite funny. Just have a load of drug dealing monks in the mountains. Yes. That sounds good to me. And Jones now holds the role of Mecha Director. So the Mecha Director is literally just whoever is the best at crafting. So as we are isolationists as well, these are the only colonists we're going to have this series. We are playing with Androids Reforged, which means we will eventually be able to make, in quotations, more colonists. At the moment, though, I do want to just go heavily into mechanoids. So as soon as we can, we're going to gestate ourselves a few Minotaurs, that sort of thing, just so we can defend ourselves. Okay, so we now have our panic room more or less set up. Let's just put a few doors on there, just in case someone extra angry comes along. Eventually, we could just make like an entire separate base within the mountain as a quote-unquote panic room for when things get really bad. Eventually, we'll have to lock people out of the panic room just so they don't go in to live in there. It's going to be so good. Electricity is complete. This time around, obviously, we are not playing with semi-random research. I felt like I needed to have control over what we had research for. So, mechanoids. I've never actually done anything with mechanoids in Rimworld. Never at all. What research do we need, like, to start this off? Basic mech tech or basic mech tech? I mean, that does make most sense, honestly. If we get that queued up, 200 research as well. Jeez, that's easy to get. It's cheaper than batteries. Okay. Since it looks like we've been here for a while, Bobber thinks that you should give your name a faction and what it should be called. I think we should be the Mecha Monks, obviously, because that's what we are. And the settlement should be given a name. Because we're monks, maybe we become the monastery? You know, the thing that monks generally live at. So we now have the bedrooms all complete with electricity and everything. They only have basic sleeping spots at the moment. But I did set them though so that they were pretty much all ascetic except for Jones. Yeah, ascetic, so they basically don't need any comfort, really. They need very minimal amount of comfort. They just don't want to sleep in the cold or on the ground. And that'll kind of do, I think. Ascetic has dull bedroom, just how it wants it to be. Which means that Jones can eventually just have like the most insane glitter tech bedroom at some point. Just like he deserves. And basic mech tech is finished. Perfect. So, what do we do? So we've got a subcore, the charging bench that we can't do anything with, and the mech gestator. So in order to make, say, a Minotaur, we need 50 steel and a basic subcore. So we need to get a subcore first. Easy peasy. So a basic subcore, 50 components, 50 steel and 2 components. So if we get 2 of those at all time, I think that sounds about right. Can we build another? No, funny enough, there's no space. Why is there space on? Oh no. Oh, it's the wrong size. It's not the right size. Whoever made this monastery really needs their head checking, because that should be basic things to like make sure that your monastery is symmetrical. So if we get 1 subcore at all times, that means we can just gestate whatever. And I guess first we gestate a Minotaur. So I think of our first general task before we get too into like Minotaurs and Mechanoids and all the rest of the androids and stuff, Let's start with the goal that we need to do first. And I think the first goal is to actually have a sustainable food source, because at the moment we have seeds and lots of seeds. So at the moment I've got stone cutting, well, apparently stone cutting queued up, but I can't find it for some reason. I'm not being silly, am I? No, I don't think I'm being silly. I just can't find stone cutting anywhere. Somewhere, for some reason. Oh, it's just there. Oh dear, I am silly. And then I also need to get air conditioning. So what I can then do is make a fridge to put all the seeds in and everything. So what seeds have we got so far? Because we need to start planting. Otherwise, how on earth are we going to survive without any food, you know? What have we got? What have we got? So we can do heel root, mushrooms, and hedges. So it looks like my people are going to be very hungry. Let's plant mushrooms then for the time being, I guess. That gives us something to eat, at least. And what we could do is make, like, fields as well. Oh, that'd be so cool. Have, like, these wooden low fences and make, like, fields for all of our food. Ah, the aesthetics, they're going to be here this time round, I promise. So at the moment, because we don't particularly have any seeds, we can only plant 3 heel root. That's not really enough to do anything, but I mean, I'll take what I can get, I guess. In terms of mushrooms, we have 4 mushrooms. That's all we've got, is 4 mushrooms to plant with. Is there anything else we can grow for food? Cotton. No. Oh, my people are going to be so hungry. And a velociraptor is hunting Jones. That's not good because, well, that's not good. Oh, no, and he's got inside. Oh, Jones, finish building that. Jones, you need to finish building that. Finish building it and stay inside. Everybody stay inside. There's a mad velociraptor on the... Jones, don't. Stay inside. How did they get out? Oh, just cancel that for the time being. How did he get out? I don't get it. And a velociraptor is hunting Bobby now. You phased through the wall, Bobber. Bobber, you phased through the wall. Stop it. You bad man, Bobber. Stop phasing through the wall. Please. No, that door is locked and forbidden. Gestation complete. Militor. So the Militor is just sitting in there. So I guess it makes sense that we give Robbie, already assigned, Bobber. Bobber is getting out the Militor. All these names are going to start really confusing me later on in the series. So you get the Militor out. So you do now just have a Militor. Hey, look, there he is. Wandering, equipped mini shotgun. So who is that connected to? Select Overseer. So we can select all the different people to be the Overseer, I guess. But Bobber now has his own Militor. Just chilling, Militor 1. Nice. So how many Mechanoids can we control at once at the moment? 6. That's so cool. If we just gestate another 3, then that means that everybody can have 1 Militor, and then everybody's got, like, some form of protection, which I think is, like, good enough for me, honestly. And a bulk goods trader has turned up as well. They've heard of the friendly monks up in the mountains, and they've come to see what goods we might have. Who is our social character? Gerald. Geraldson's our social character, of course he is. Come and trade with the bulk goods trader called Delicious. If these guys haven't got delicious food, I will not be impressed. We've got some ducks that we could look after, which could be interesting. They do, however, have some seeds, food seeds for us, so I guess we can have some peppers. That'd be nice. Let's have some apricots and some garlic. What can we sell them, though? We've got a lot of steel that I'm not going to be doing anything with for quite a while, so let's sell a couple hundred of that. So now I can set up some more gardens, and we can have the most... we're going to have such lucrative farms. It's going to be so cool. There are going to be so many farms. We're going to have so much food. We're going to have the most profitable... We're going to have the most profitable farms you've ever seen in Rimworld. They're going to be just so much food everywhere. People are going to be so happy when we actually manage to maintain a farm, that is. And passing near the remains of an ancient Exostrider mech, Gerald notices an intact transponder. So this is basically the quest for getting us a mech link for Jones. As discussed earlier, I'm not going to be doing this quite yet. This will be a job to do when we've got like a few more Mechanoids under our belt that we can defeat any threats. The quest has become available, the Fleeing Praetor. Now we can actually do this quest because we do have the Militor, so we can defeat a man-hunting hedgehog. the scariest animal that you can get in Rimworld. I know it's going to be a difficult one, but we can do it. I'm not going to do the Empire stuff this time either. I'm not vibing with it this time. It's not on my list. Gerald's decided to go on a insulting spree. Are these fucking chips out of their damn minds? Okay. What? Are these fucking chips out of their damn mind? What the fuck are we doing? Look at this. Gerald has chosen today to be the world's number one hater. Will follow us around talking shit talking them all the while. This happens because he's ravenously hungry. Gerald, you're a monk. What? Starvation. Okay, we're now having issues with starvation, which is not ideal. We did have an animals that we can slaughter, but you know what we do have now is a Minotaur. Now, the Minotaur obviously is not very powerful. It's equipped with a shotgun, basically. But what we can do with that is hunt probably very minor things, such as a tortoise. Oh, there's only a certain range I can go. I have to be near Bobber at all times. Okay, right, so Bobber, how are your infections? Okay, they're absolutely fine. Let's go hunt ourselves a rabbit. As a monk, I mean, it's probably not the thing that we want to be doing, but you know what? Let's just do it. Go on. Right, the Minotaur has done one shot and has actually done a pretty good job against that rabbit. Okay, that's not too bad. If this is the way we're going to have to get food, then so be it. So be it. I'm glad the Minotaurs do have a use in Rimworld. It's not a very good use, but it'll do. We have another victim for the Minotaur to go after. This time we have a tortoise. Minotaur, where are you? You're in the stockpile room, checking it out. Come out here. Come and shoot this tortoise, this poor tortoise. It's sleeping as well, Minotaur. You've got this. Nice. Nice. It mangled its brain. This Minotaur's crazy. There you go. There you go. Good job, Minotaur. Proud of you. Gestation complete. Minotaur. So this one should be Robbie's Minotaur. So we now have 2 Minotaurs. Perfect. And Bobber has decided to go on a insulting spree as well. Look at this dopey knuckle-dragging idiot slobbering on the fucking ground and breathing my oxygen. Bobber has fixated on his rage on Gerald and would dedicate lots of time out of his day to be Gerald's #1 hater. Guys, what about being monks? We're meant to be friendly with each other. This is not right. Queued up another gestator as well. Then we can just double production of mechs at the moment. It's taking far too long just to get one mech. And I think I'm going to now... not specialize, but I'm going to get some cleaning bots because, oh my god, it is a absolute dump. If we can get some hauler bots and things, that'd be quite nice because there's a lot of seeds and things on the map. Maybe some agrahans. We just need a lot of everything. If I prioritize, say, so we've still got 3 Minotaurs, including the one that's gestating. Let's go for maybe a couple of lifters. That'd be probably quite nice. And then if we increase the amount of subcores to 2, and then we could always have 1 for each gestator working at all times. And a combat supplier from the Ironclad Society is approaching. Obviously, we're very anti-combat, and we're definitely do not support them. But I will have a look and see if they've got any stuff. Look at him! Look at him! He's coming riding a Mechanoid. That's so cool. What have you got for me? Nothing. You've got some medicine. I would love your medicine, please. Gestation complete. Minotaur. So this one is Gerald's Minotaur. There we are. So that's 3 Minotaurs we have now. Let's get Jean next to work on his Minotaur. And then everybody has got a defensive capability. And we're not just totally useless now. Jones has showed us the way. It's way too hot in here. That is exactly what I'm thinking, you know. With all these Minotaurs and things there. Just hotting things up for us, you know, making things so much better. And a turkey has gone wild. Well, isn't this a fantastic time to test out our Minotaurs? Robbie, Bobber, and Gerald. it's just like a weird like punk group, isn't it? Robbie, Bobber, and Gerald. Come out here. Where are the Minotaurs? Robbie's like, where are they? Where are our Minotaurs? Select all mechs. Where are you? Come down here and help. Draft, come here, please. All of you. Work mode. No, they should not be on work mode. escort if enemy, escort and recharge. Recharge, dormant, wait enemy, find and destroy, defend yourself, wait enemy. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, they're Minotaurs. They should probably escort and recharge, because then they can just like do their own thing. Yeah, where are the Minotaurs? Are they coming over now? I've just got them stood still whilst the Minotaurs just... Bobba, I'm so sorry. He's been absolutely pelted by that turkey. We've got another caravan, the pink fly toxo. Perfect. These are greenhouse people. Gerald, come down here. Let's see if we can get ourselves some more seeds. Yeah, they've got loads of seeds for us. Perfect. So let's grab ourselves. Let's get ourselves some smoke leaf seed and rice as well. We get all those rice seeds. That's perfect. We need rice for food desperately, and then I guess we just sell them just all the stuff that we just don't need. Gestation is complete for the lifter. Let's give the Minotaur from John is still a few minutes. So let's give Gerald already assigned to Bob. Bobba has already got himself a little lifter. So this one is in group 1, which is for escort recharge. So let's put the lifter into assigned to work group 2, and that is just work and recharge. And a raid from the Grey Dragons. They're attacking immediately. Well, well, Minoriali, you are in for a bad time, my friend. We have Minotaurs. Robbie has now successfully recovered from his heat stroke as well. We put those passive coolers in just in time. Gerald's just getting over his as well, and they're attacking immediately. So I guess if we just they're attacking immediately. Well, we've got a minute because they've got a long way to travel. If we just sort of stand out in the open, the Minotaurs will just stand around as Bobbers decide to go on a sad wander mid-raid. They have a pistol though. This is the only issue. Minotaurs, can you do your thing, please? Like, just get really close and do your thing. Nice! It's 56 silver. Nice. Well, that was perfect. Works perfectly, in fact. Well, I think there's no better way than to call today's episode on that fantastic note. Thank you very much for watching the first episode of the Mechanoid Mastery series. And as you can see, things are going to be very interesting late game. We've gone off for a very quick start here. And I must say, the base looks very nice. Aesthetically, we're going to go for a very natural, very sort of nice looking base, and it's going to be so good. So if you have enjoyed today's episode, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.